Pete was just like a great messenger. And of course, any room he's in, he's the smartest guy in the room.
Someone that we all know and love, Peter Paul Montgomery Buttigieg.
A star in the Biden-Harris administration, it seems to me.
And I know that they're going to make great dads.
We rarely get far in a You Can't Beat Blue interview without bringing up the subject of Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg, but in your case, there's a real connection. He endorsed you for your run in 2020. I'm curious
Before he was Secretary of Transportation.
Oh, yes.
I just want to be very clear, because as Secretary of Transportation, that would not be right, but it was before that ever happened, before President Biden was even elected.
You were both mayors. Did you connect originally through being mayors together? How did you initially meet him?
I had seen him at the U.S. Conference of Mayors. I don't know that I got in later I became a mayor later than he did. So as I was getting more involved, he was actually starting to run for president. And I just thought he's incredibly smart. He was the mayor that other mayors were listening to, wanted to hear his opinions on. And I was very proud to support him in his campaign. I think what I loved most about his campaign was it was like a group of happy warriors who saw how this country could be a beautiful place. The way that he is able to talk about issues that doesn't divide, but brings people in and brings people together and gives people space to take the time to kind of process the issue and have an opportunity to join the fold at a later time. And I think that's really important as we become very divisive on social media, in the news. There is so much more that unites us. If you talk to most people about the things they want to be safe, they want to be healthy, they want to be happy, they want to have work that they can afford to live. These are all things that are just very human values. And to see us disagreeing all the time about so many things and never really talking about the things that we all do agree on, I think is very hard to watch for any extended period of time. So Pete was just like a great messenger. And of course, any room he's in, he's the smartest guy in the room, whether he wants to admit it or not. And it's really great to see how far he's come now and the work he's doing. And he continues to still have that local mayor's perspective on things, going out, not just passing an infrastructure bill, but really going out into the communities and highlighting the difference that will be made in those communities from this policy.
Someone that we all know and love, Peter Paul Montgomery Buttigieg, because he is someone that I definitely think is, and it's funny for me to say this, but a rising star. And I say that because he is someone that's going to go down in history books, someone that and that gets it and that knows how to bring communities together. But also one thing that I deeply admire about Secretary Buttigieg is he can take very dense subject matters, policy positions, funding avenues, and convey that in ways, in digestible chunks for every person to understand, regardless of what vantage point they're looking at it from. And that is something that I aspire to embody. And I think that is a trait that, as we talk about increasing civic engagement, and as we talk about the importance of having people involved in the political process, and most importantly, as we talk about protecting and preserving our republic, it's going to be taking these issues of grave importance and digesting them and dissecting them into digestible chunks for any person to understand from, regardless of wherever they're looking at the situation from.
Any thoughts on how Secretary Buttigieg has been doing in the transportation department?
Yes. And he's really become kind of a star in the Biden-Harris administration, it seems to me. He's been a big outspoken advocate on public transportation. I know there was just recently a event up in Phoenix where kind of a ribbon cutting over money that will go to public transit in Phoenix. And, hats off to him. He and his partner just adopted two little kids, and he's become an outspoken advocate for childcare and paid family leave. So that's absolutely fabulous. So I think he's doing a great job on kind of both sides of that infrastructure issue, the hard infrastructure issue, but also the social infrastructure issue.
Perhaps you might have noticed he's taking a little bit of grief through Fox News right now because he took parental leave.
I am actually so proud of him doing that and, taking his parental duties seriously, helping his being a team, him and his partner doing this, and also, being honest with the public about this issue, talking about his experience, which are the experiences of so many parents. You have a child and then you're like, holy schmoly, nobody's going to help me with this. I got to go to work, but I got this kid and childcare is expensive. We need to up our game here in the United States. A lot of people end up just falling out of the job market when they can't make these things work. So if we actually want people to work, we want an economy that works, we want to have strong families. Republicans are always talking about strong families, but yet they're against the very things that make families strong. So, I'm really proud of him for talking about these issues and how, the Democrats have actual policies to make families strong and make our economy work.
Hey, what's your impression of the new Buddha babies, Pete and Chasten's twins? I understand you're a bit enamored.
I love them. They are just, of course I didn't see them full on, but they are just so tiny and beautiful and precious. And, I know that they're going to make great dads. And I gave them a little, Irish wish out there, for, good luck and love. And I'm just so happy for them. I really am.
Sort of leaves you speechless. Newborn babies I don't have any. I don't intend to have any, but they're pretty cute. I mean,
yeah,
put it in your hand, you kind of melt. And between Pete and Chasten as a school teacher, these kids are going to be so well educated, so well read, so bright. They're going to put us all to shame.
Well, they have great daddies to lean on and to be able to, push them gently out into the world, to experience what they need to experience. So,
well said.